At TVC News, we follow the big and major news, gathering the facts, witnessing the outcome.
I am here live at the aftermath of the approval of the new national minimum wage.
We are TV Station of the Year, not just for breaking news, but for being first, fair and accurate. TVC News, first with breaking news.
Okay, welcome back. Our guest still is Ken Okolubo, is a public affairs analyst, and we're looking at the Tuesday, meeting in the National Assembly and the special committee talking about the need to provide, funds, a special intervention fund. Now, the highlight of that, as we've spoken about, what Ken, you said that they have since been included. There were disclosures that the National Petroleum Company Limited, among others, Central Bank of Nigeria, including the Office of the Accountant General of the Federation, have refused to, that is the word, not my word, in the report, have refused to incorporate them, that is the Civil Defense and Security Organization, allegedly have refused to incorporate them into what's going on. So that seems to be the crux of the issue, and they seem to be implying that we could actually make a great difference if indeed this situation was not the case. Before you go, Ken, let me bring in Mr. Yakub, who has called in. Good morning, Mr. Yakub. How say you on this matter?
Good morning to Mr. Okolubo. I pray and then I believe this new push is going to help us. But one thing I'm always skeptical about is that the people that will say, okay, we give you this authority to make sure you calm down, you go for all these ethics. Are we really trust them as well? Are we really trust them? Are they earn our trust? But yeah, I know that there is new sheriff in the land. I believe they are going to do it differently this time. But Chief Judge, I want to use this opportunity to say something here. We want to really know who behind the Dangote refinery not getting the because yesterday I listened to somebody on another star station, and then the person is know everything about this oil industry, and then the man was telling Shehu Okinbalu yesterday that unless they sack, I will mention this. According to him, quote by that person, he said, unless Mele Kyari goes and the other people, we are not going to get it right. And then the show asked him why. And then he gives 1,001 reasons. Simply, we're producing crude oil in this country, and then the biggest refinery in Africa. And then it was suffering to get the crude oil. Who behind all these things? And
okay.
The National Assembly that I was trying to probe this thing, I don't see anything come out of it. I stand to be corrected. Thank you and good morning, sir. Thank
you very much, Mr. Yakub. Ken Okolubo, I don't know, because you've taken us to an entirely different subject matter, and I didn't want to shut you down because I wanted you to express yourself, but I doubt that Ken Okolubo wants to wade into that whole affair. It would require a separate program to look at it if we did want to. But then again, let me not speak for you, Ken. You heard what the man said. Do you have any response or any commentary to make on that?
No, but what I think is all this will be sorted out. Senator Godswill Akpabio's led 10th Senate. It's very, 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 very determined to put an end to these issues of all the under-dealings and all the nefarious activities that have gone on in the oil industry. Yes, you talked about the CBN and the Ministry of Finance. All these will come to an end because they were all summoned to come before the Okweyemi Bamidele-led committee. And they were all summoned to come to make their presentations. And it will be unraveled. I see no reason why the committee's report will be swept under the carpet. I am very sure this committee will be one of those that would, if the report is submitted in record time, which they have pledged they're going to do, it will help to now unravel all the things that have been happening.
Indeed.
The pitfalls.
Hopefully.
Are you hearing me?
Yes, I am hearing you. Hopefully, your wish that hopefully it will unravel all of that thing, because people don't understand, and I don't want to really deviate and go into another subject area, but people thought that the problem had been resolved once the president said, you know what, let's find a way. Okay, can you just make available to Dangote refinery crude in Naira? And we thought that was the end of that. Hallelujah, let's move forward. Apparently, we're now hearing that, wait a minute, it's a bit more complex than that. We have heard the president speak, but so on and so on. So the more you look at this problem, the different kind of way it changes the shape, all of which have to be addressed. But in the meanwhile, Mazi Okorafor has called him from Arochukwu. Mazi Okorafor, we're looking at this push against oil theft and other kinds of losses. That's what we're talking about, Mazi Okorafor.
Sir Yuri, good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir.
Yuri, see, when we talk about oil theft, poor man don't have access of stealing oil and put inside pocket and export to other countries.
Exactly.
Yes, you cannot carry oil and put inside your pocket or inside your suit and transport it to another. It is people that are willing, that's who knows the in and out of the route from the oil producing area to outside Nigeria. The way forward on how to stop all this oil theft. If the military continue destroying all those things every day, look, one of the side effects which the research have shown that all those things pushed into the air are also coming back to the masses. In what way? Pollution level, air pollution, different pollution. Then that's when you talk about the pollution. It's a long-term effect to human beings. That thing they are destroying. But the also one is that I am suggesting to the federal government and the military, when you get all these boys, bring them, collect all those things, feed them down. What do? You arrange stage by stage, and for them to see after charging them, if you want to charge them, those ones that you know that are intelligent, gather them, let them look for how to do what we call this, take charge of this, our modular refineries. That will solve the problem. Even with the
But Mazi Okorafor, sorry to interrupt you. This what you've just said, the way you stated it, step by step, go about it. It sounds so logical. You can't tell me that the security people and government don't know about the logicality of what you've just said. So what's the problem? What's the problem?
What is happening is solvable. The only thing we have in Nigeria, we don't go to the causes. We only go to the symptoms. Look, the area we go and track down the causes. Who are the people linking them to all those places? The routes. Who are the people? Who are the people giving them the backup? Those things are not being said in a day. Look at the type of equipment you see there. Is it a 5 naira? These are solid materials. How did they carry those into those places? Is it not passing through the road to that place or being manufactured somewhere and take to that place? So what we should look at, so go to the causes and find a lasting solution.
All right.
We are creating more problems for ourselves.
Thank you, Mazi Okorafor. I beg your pardon. Thank you very much, Mazi Okorafor. Okay, Sir Ken, you heard it there. This is not this is not a quote-unquote industry. If oil theft is an industry, this is not an industry for the poor man. This is not anything that any poor man can invest. So the implication of all of this is that you can't be this large and be operating the way people are operating, they are operating, and government doesn't know anything about it. And we continue to be looking for it. I guess that's what some people are saying. Maybe that's part of why Professor Edmond was a bit angry when he called in. Go on, Sir Ken.
Okay, before I go into that, what he actually said, on the issue of the Dangote, which I didn't conclude, remember that the Speaker of the House of Rep, the Deputy Speaker, and all the principal officers visited the Dangote refinery for an on-the-spot assessment. And they actually also briefed the chairman of the National Assembly, the Senate President, which was one of the reasons you see that the probe committee was set up. It's one of those main reasons. I think the Nigerian Upstream Petroleum Regulatory Commission would definitely now come clean to let us understand what is actually happening, because the oversight functions that are being carried out will now make it easy for people like Dangote not to be crying out, but the government agencies regulating themselves when they have been put to the spot. And so the president's directive that crude oil should be supplied to Dangote refinery would then have to be carried out. And if it is paid in Naira, it reduces the pressure that we have on the exchange rates. Having said that, it's no doubt at all that oil theft is not done by wretches or by those who are in the business of selling recharge cards. It is done by those who are very well to do. And so that is why we are saying that if some scapegoats, can be used as an example, it will serve as a deterrent.
Okay.
And I think the president was very sincere when he charged the chief of defense staff and the security agencies on the 17th of July. It is a call to them now to keep to their words, because they have till 17th of October. They give themselves that mandate that between now and 17th of October, we'll see what they would have done. We need a turnaround. We need to be able to actually meet our upper quota and be exporting 2 million barrels of crude oil every day from this country.
Okay. Mr. Sunday in Yanokwaja, good morning to you, sir.
Good morning, sir.
Please go ahead.
Mr. Yori, good morning.
Thank you for calling in. Go ahead.
I just want to ask a question, please, sir. This NNPC matter, I think government no have power on them, because President ordered them to supply crude oil to Dangote. Up to this moment, Dangote are still complaining. I did not have power on these people. That's my question, please, sir.
Okay, thank you very much for calling in. This is a question that it'll be the NNPC company that will be able to answer it. But generally speaking, you have heard it said that indeed that directive has gone out, but it has to be worked. It has to be worked. Apparently, it's not as simplistic as, yes, we have a directive that must be complied with, but that doesn't mean that within moments of the president having so directed, it is done. But that doesn't mean it isn't being done. That's the best I can do, actually. That's the best I can do in terms of the way they... But Ken, I don't know if you could weigh in on this whole matter.
No, but I think you've said it all. That's
pretty much the way it is.
My position, what you have just said, that's it.
That's pretty much the way it is. So it's a very complex subject matter. That's why I suppose it's fitting that there's this push against oil theft that is the subject matter we're looking at. How well we do, considering that it's not a brand new problem. We've been at it for a while, and we have recorded the successes or lack thereof that we have recorded. Nigerians, as you can see, we're optimistic. You can see from those who are calling in that at least they are calling in. It's not one of those, it's not a matter of, look, I'm not even going to talk about this anymore, because you never say die, you never give up. The president is interested, the president has weighed in. You can't get much higher attention, but we've been looking between us and you, Sir Ken Okolugbo, at what the issues are, and also the government agencies and how they think they can do better. I just hope that throwing more money at it via these intervention funds will actually make a difference. It was Mr. Yakub from Yanokwaja who actually first voiced that prayer, that I hope all of this will make a difference. As for the professor in Enugu, he's just angry. And there seems to be an implication that, are we taking this thing as seriously as we should be taking it? I imagine the best thing to do is say that the best is being done, but we might not out here understand all that is involved. So, Sir Ken, you have said that probably the best thing is wait for the appointed date and see how well they have met with the word that they gave, right?
Yes.
So
I think that's important for them to keep to their words. And the president should hold them to account. They gave themselves a 3 months mandate. And the 3 months mandate to me will be 17th of October. Since it was 17th of July, the president charged them and they held their inaugural meeting. And so by that 17th of October, we should see a turnaround in the oil industry. And the only way we can see that turnaround is by increasing their production and exports of crude oil, especially since we have our Brent crude, our Bonny Light, which is as good as Brent crude.
Indeed, indeed. It's a very, very valuable asset, so much so that I actually said valuable asset. And we just can't afford to be, it's almost like leaking lifeblood. And so it's good that all attention is put on this, but Nigerians are probably going to be waiting to see how well this latest effort is going to be. But I think the point has been made that, well, this is a different administration. It's the Tinubu administration. They are coming at it freshly, so to speak. And I guess people have to be hopeful that there will be a difference. The security paraphernalia that we have in the place, they are the guys in the eye of the storm right now. There's been criticism and also sort of explanation or defense as to why there should be non-state actors, because you weighed in on that particular aspect of the matter. But we're going to have to leave it here, I imagine, unless there's any other matter that you think we haven't touched on. It's like Nigerians are going to keep their fingers crossed. We need every last dollar that we can get right now. Nobody needs to tell anybody that. And this situation, the way it is not helping. But, there have been steps taken to address it, and we hope that they are fruitful. Well, we're going to have to leave it there then. Ken Okolubo, thank you very much, public affairs analyst, for joining us on the program to look at it. And also thank you to those who called in to weigh in on the subject matter themselves. And everybody's just hoping that we can get rid of this problem and stop all these leakages, stop all these pilfering, all these thefts, and indeed begin to, get that which we are producing, the full value for the Commonwealth of Nigeria. That's going to be our program today. Do please join us on Monday for a fresh edition. I am Yori Folarin. Bye-bye for now.